couple days ago, Project Veritas published a groundbreaking story that ABC News had spiked the story on Jeffrey Epstein years ago, and they had an ABC News anchor speaking candidly in leaked footage. The other day, we learned that ABC News believed they found the individual that accessed the footage. Though they can't definitively say this is Veritas' source, they believe they found the person. Well, take a look at this headline. CBS News fires staffer who had access to leaked Amy Robach audio. You may be asking yourself, what does a CBS staffer have to do with ABC News? Well, as far as we can tell right now, it seems that this person who worked for CBS News at one point had worked for ABC, may have leaked the footage or provided it to someone else who then provided it to Veritas. We don't know, but they've been fired. It seems like ABC went to CBS and got someone fired from a job from a company they didn't work at for a policy violation that has nothing to do with their company. Hold on a second. Why is CBS News firing a staffer because of an ABC News allegation? We don't know if this person leaked the footage. All we know is they accessed it. Can CBS News fire a person for this? Media is corrupt. I'll just leave it at that. Media companies, in my opinion, are corrupt. We learned it first from how they smear Project Veritas, but that's a small story. It happens to the best of us. They lie, they cheat, and they steal. And when Veritas comes out with stories they don't like, they say the worst things about them. Well, then Veritas published the story showing ABC News would rather protect a terrifying and awful individual like Epstein. They would rather protect him than actually do some journalism. They were worried. They weren't going to get to interview Will and Kate. Oh, the palace was upset. That's right. Protecting their bottom line was more important. But now we can see CBS News in cahoots. CBS News, a totally different company, fired one of their employees because a different company claimed that individual may have violated their policies. Can you prove they leaked it? Apparently they can't. And so the news is being very careful about it. So I can only say, we believe this was the source for Veritas now losing their job. But again, I ask you, why would CBS News fire a person for violating the company policies of a different company? Unless they're in cahoots. They're corrupt. They're bought and paid for. I'm being hyperbolic. I'm not alleging a grand conspiracy, but come on. CBS firing somebody for what ABC News claims? BS. Let's read the story from page 6. CBS News has fired a female staffer believed to have had access to the tape of Amy Robach raging against ABC News. Page 6 understands. Hold on. Was she not allowed to access the footage at all? Can you prove she's the one who actually leaked the footage? Why are you firing her for it? Well, I guess what they've determined is if she's the only one who accessed the footage, then whether she gave it to Veritas or anybody else, that's their allegation. They say we reported on Wednesday that ABC News chiefs discovered a former employee could be behind the leak of the damning footage of Robach slamming the network for shelving her interview with Epstein's victim, Virginia Roberts. Sources told Page 6 that a former staffer had access to the footage of Robach as she aired her frustrations over a hot mic. And that employees, as you spelled, they used the wrong mic. And that employee was now believed to be working at CBS. A TV source told us later on Wednesday that the woman was let go from CBS after ABC execs alerted the rival network. ABC sources confirmed to us that they'd informed counterparts at CBS about the staffer as a courtesy. Right. Media companies are more interested in firing the source who is speaking truth to power. Think about that for a second. This potential leaker, we don't know for sure, this woman was fired because she did real journalism, taking a great risk to reveal that ABC News was protecting Epstein. Oh, they claim, oh, we just couldn't corroborate the evidence. We know that's not true. We know they're lying because they had photographs, unless Amy Robach was lying to her staff, to her coworkers. No, but they said they had photos. They had the interview. Virginia Roberts confirmed the interview existed. Why wouldn't the media air it? So when this individual, who is now fired, actually wanted to speak truth to power, she got punished for it. What does that mean? Can you expect ABC News, CBS, or any of these other companies to actually do journalism? The real journalism that is supposed to challenge the power? No, of course not. They exist as a shield for powerful elites like Epstein. That's what they do. Now, if you're on the outside, you're anti-establishment, oh, they will tear you to shreds. no matter how much money or wealth you have. It's a big club and you ain't in it. Apparently Trump isn't either. They say, as we reported, it is not known whether the woman leaked the tape, which was recorded in July, to the website Project Veritas, or may have showed it to others who passed it on. It's entirely possible. They say it was recorded in July. Perhaps she was looking at the footage in July and filmed it on her phone, because it does look like the footage was filmed on a phone, and then shared it with a friend, had nothing to do with it, and was like, whoa, you got to see this. And then it went far and wide, went viral. I don't think that's the case, though. I think if she had the footage and inadvertently, leaked it, like she was showing a friend or something, it would have gone viral very, very quickly. Somebody went to Veritas. Somebody said, I can give you this. So who knows? A CBS spokesperson declined to comment on the matter. An ABC source had told us earlier Wednesday that the network was considering its options, but added that it was more difficult because the person no longer works there. But if they did, the leak would be a fireable offense. An ABC rep commented, "We take violations of company policy very seriously, and we're pursuing all avenues to determine the source of the leak." Now, if they recorded this while working for ABC through their whistleblower, that's plain and simple. It's really funny. A lot of people are saying, so now, fire the whistleblower in this instance, but not the Trump. You can't. The media can't talk about the Trump whistleblower. It's because the media is protecting the establishment, okay? And that doesn't include Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump. They do not like Bernie, and that's why I make the joke that Warren is basically Clinton in a Bernie mask. But you can see how they operate. Why did CBS News fire her? Well, I think it's fair to say if you found out that you had an employee with questionable loyalties, you might want to get rid of them. But they're journalists, right? Or at least they work for the company that's supposed to produce journalism. Wouldn't you say, hey, this is important news, we should report on it? What kind of news outlet kills a story this big and then calls on another company to inform them of the individual, and then that company fires them? Aren't journalists supposed to speak truth to power? Unless it's the establishment. And here you can see ABC and CBS, they're in alignment. We don't want someone revealing our special interests. They say, an ABC rep commented, "We take violations of company policy very seriously, and we're pursuing all avenues to determine the source of the leak." In the leaked footage, Roback says, I can't pronounce that now, I'm sorry, Joffrey, who claims she was forced to engage in adult acts with Prince Andrew by Epstein, told me everything, but that ABC would not put the interview on the air. The network said the report didn't meet its standards. And on Tuesday, a top ABC producer told NPR, "We would never run away from that. We would never kill a story about Prince Andrew. That's what's ridiculous on its face. That's a great story. So if we could do that story, we would have done it." No, no. Listen, man, who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe the crafty PR statement of, "We strive to do great journalism," or the exasperated anchor saying, "We had all of this. We had photographs. We had everything. We had Clinton." Oh, we had Clinton. Uh-oh, there it is. Of course, he's telling the truth. We don't care about Prince Andrew. We care about Clinton. And this story would have come out, just before the election 3 years ago? Perhaps. Maybe that's why they didn't want to play the game. Because they said, that might help Donald Trump. So here's the thing. The media hates Trump. You can talk about, billionaires and wealth and all that, but Trump's always been an outsider. And he's sort of tolerated. He's powerful. He's wealthy. But the establishment, the cronies, the corporatists, they do not like Donald Trump. So when Donald Trump started running in the Republican Party, they got mad. And they laughed and they mocked and they ridiculed and they said, "You can't beat us." And then Trump did. And now they're still angry. These media companies, whether they actually support the politics of these individuals or not, are clearly tribal. Right? I think this is the important thing to point out in all this. It's not about conspiracies. It's not about somebody twirling their mustache and being like, "How dare you cross my cabal?" It's simple. These establishment types are tribalists. They love the system. They love the status quo. And there doesn't need to be any coordination or conspiracy for this kind of thing to happen. That's why I don't like conspiracy theories. It's like, dude, the answer is much more simple than that. CBS was like, "Don't worry, ABC, we're friends. We'll get rid of this person." That person who got fired will probably never work for our company again. One of these news companies. Because they offended the delicate sensibilities of the tribalists, right? So if you're a wealthy political elite, your friends, look, Stephanopoulos was at a party with Epstein, Katie Couric, these people hang out together. Oh, you can't offend your friends, right? That's all it really is. These wealthy people know each other, and so they act in their best interests to protect their wealth and their power. Donald Trump is wealthy, but he's not part of the establishment elites, the ivory tower that runs media. So, look, they liked him when he made him money on NBC. They liked him when he was a celebrity who was just some rich, silly guy. But now this group of friends who work for big media companies and have friends in politics, they act in the best interest of their friends. And we know that they hang out together. So there it is. CBS will fire you for something you did at ABC months ago. How does that make sense? Unless they're friends. They all know each other. The politicians behind the scenes, they all know each other. That's all it is. It's a big club and you ain't in it. Stick around. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. YouTube.com/Timcast. I will see you all there.